General Motors, one of America's most iconic brands, just made a move so bold, it has Donald Trump completely losing it. GM CEO Mary Barra recently met with the president, calling their discussion productive and valuable. But behind closed doors, tensions are boiling over. GM is taking heat for plant closings, leading union talks, and now a massive shift toward international production and electric vehicles. This isn't just about cars, it's about jobs, the economy, and the future of American manufacturing. Trump's America First agenda is clashing head-on with GM's global strategy, and the fallout could impact us all. Why is GM risking it all? How is Trump responding? And what does this mean for you? Stick around. This is a story you don't want to miss. Before we get into the details, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any updates in the future. Let's get started. General Motors has long been a symbol of American resilience and innovation. But in a shocking twist, the company has decided to ramp up its international operations, particularly in Mexico, while exploring global manufacturing opportunities. This decision has sent shockwaves through the political and industrial landscape. GM argues that this shift is necessary to remain competitive in a rapidly changing market. Rising production costs and evolving consumer demands have forced the automaker to look beyond US borders. By tapping into global supply chains, GM claims it can reduce costs and offer more affordable vehicles while continuing to innovate. However, this reasoning hasn't sat well with President Trump. His America First agenda has been a cornerstone of his economic policy, and GM's move feels like a direct challenge to that vision. Trump has long criticized companies that outsource jobs, and GM's decision has reignited his fiery rhetoric. Trump didn't hold back. At a recent rally, he took the stage to condemn GM, saying, "We built General Motors. The American worker built GM, and this is how they repay us?" His words struck a chord with his supporters, who see GM's move as a betrayal of American values. Trump's response didn't stop at speeches. He escalated the conflict by threatening to impose tariffs as high as 25% on GM's imported vehicles and parts. This move was designed to pressure GM into bringing production back to the US, but it also raised concerns about the potential ripple effects on the economy. Industry experts warn that these tariffs could backfire, increasing production costs and ultimately raising vehicle prices for consumers. This could make GM less competitive in the market and hurt local businesses that rely on the automaker's operations. While GM's global strategy has drawn criticism, its commitment to electric vehicles, EVs, has added another layer to the conflict. The company announced an ambitious plan to phase out gas-powered vehicles by 2035, investing billions in EV production and battery plants. GM's leadership, including CEO Mary Barra, has positioned this move as essential for staying ahead of market trends and addressing climate concerns. However, the reliance on international supply chains for critical materials like lithium and cobalt has clashed with Trump's protectionist policies. Trump and his supporters view GM's EV push as a departure from its commitment to American workers. They argue that the company is prioritizing global profits over national interests. But GM insists that electric vehicles are the future, and their strategy aligns with the values of modern consumers. The feud between GM and Trump has sparked heated debates across the country. For many, GM's decisions raise questions about loyalty and values. Protests outside GM dealerships have become common, with demonstrators calling for the company to prioritize American jobs. On the other hand, some consumers recognize the challenges facing automakers in a globalized economy. They see GM's focus on sustainability and innovation as a necessary step forward. However, the uncertainty created by the conflict has begun to impact consumer confidence, with potential buyers worried about rising prices and limited options. The GM-Trump showdown has far-reaching implications for the automotive industry and the US economy. Trump's tariff threats could raise production costs for GM, making their vehicles less competitive. This could also affect other automakers and suppliers who are closely monitoring the situation. Local communities that rely on GM plants for employment are bracing for potential layoffs and reduced business activity. The conflict has reignited debates about trade policies, tariffs, and the role of corporations in shaping the US economy. In response to Trump's criticism, GM has doubled down on its commitment to innovation and sustainability. The company has invested over $35 billion in EV development and infrastructure, creating thousands of American jobs in the process. GM has also highlighted its efforts to establish domestic partnerships for processing critical minerals, aiming to reduce reliance on international suppliers over time. However, the tension between GM's global ambitions and Trump's America First agenda remains unresolved. As GM navigates this conflict, global competitors like Tesla, Toyota, and Chinese automakers are setting new standards for innovation and sustainability. Tesla's vertically integrated business model and focus on autonomous driving have given it a significant edge in the EV market. Toyota, on the other hand, is balancing its hybrid leadership with hydrogen fuel cell technology, offering an alternative to battery-powered EVs. Meanwhile, Chinese automakers like BYD and NIO are rapidly rising as formidable competitors, reshaping the global automotive landscape. The battle between GM and Trump is not just about business. It has significant political ramifications. With the 2024 presidential election looming, economic policies and corporate accountability are hot-button issues. Trump has used GM's decision as a rallying cry to galvanize his base, portraying himself as the defender of American jobs. Democrats, on the other hand, are taking a more nuanced approach. Many within the party support GM's EV initiatives as a step toward a greener future. The Biden administration has pushed for incentives for EV production, emphasizing the need for domestic battery manufacturing to counter reliance on foreign materials. GM's move comes at a time when global supply chain disruptions have highlighted the risks of over-reliance on international production. The COVID-19 pandemic and geopolitical tensions have exposed vulnerabilities in the supply chain, prompting many industries to rethink their strategies. If GM's global expansion succeeds, it could set a precedent for other automakers to follow suit. However, if Trump's tariffs take effect and disrupt operations, GM could face financial setbacks that might force a reassessment of its strategy. The stakes are high, not just for GM but for the entire automotive sector. For American consumers, this debate presents a dilemma. On one hand, they want affordable and innovative vehicles. On the other, they want to support American manufacturing. GM's decision tests the balance between these priorities. If tariffs lead to higher car prices, will consumers continue to support Trump's policies, or will they prioritize affordability? Similarly, as the shift toward EVs accelerates, consumers must weigh the environmental benefits against potential job losses in traditional auto manufacturing. The broader question remains, can American automakers maintain their global standing while adhering to nationalist policies? The GM-Trump showdown represents a defining moment for the American auto industry. It is a battle between globalization and protectionism, between innovation and tradition. GM is betting on a future driven by EVs and global efficiency, while Trump is championing an economic vision centered on domestic manufacturing. The outcome of this conflict will shape the industry for years to come. If GM successfully navigates this transition, it could emerge as a leader in the new automotive era. However, if political and economic pressures force a retreat, it could signal a shift back toward protectionist policies. And there you have it, the full story of the heated showdown between GM and Donald Trump. This conflict isn't just about cars, it's about jobs, the economy, and the future of American manufacturing. What do you think? Should GM prioritize global innovation or stay true to its American roots? Do Trump's policies help or hurt industries like automotive? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth coverage of the stories that matter. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.